Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips a balance in favor of fair use. Okay, guys, this is Tommy Gorman. And unlike a lot of the cowardice men out of Scientology, he's not one of those. He's a real man. You guys should take notes. And he describes, and trigger warning for anyone who has trauma, like sexual trauma. This is going to be talking about that. But he was a witness and understood what Jennifer Stewart had gone through. This guy he's talking about, I can't think of his name right now. This scumbag, he did finally go to prison, I believe. So here we go.
They made the Mountain View Org St. Josias in California, which means over 200 staff. Originally that meant 266 staff. Jennifer stayed with him and she got raped. She got raped for...
So, this Jennifer gal, I believe she was 16 when this initiated. This guy was her supervisor. By Scientology and other superiors, this young lady was forced to room with her manager. You know, the church that has all these employees and all that. And he essayed her on numerous occasions. And I believe he was married. I mean, not that that has anything to do with it, but he's just true scum of the earth. I'm starting to think that Scientology is just one big old rape factory over there.
For about 9 to 10 months, nonstop, he threatened her life. He used Scientology's techniques and brainwashing skills. He used manipulation policies to back up what he was doing and stuff like that. So I was the first person to actually discover this situation, to find out what was really happening. And when I found out what was happening and I got her to tell me, because I realized there was something definitely going on and something was definitely wrong, I definitely called up the top guy in San Francisco that I...
Top guy in San Francisco. Take note of that one. This is a real man, everybody. Hello, real man, real man. Real men are meant to protect women.
I knew, which was Jeff Kuros, the director of special affairs for San Francisco, who I grew up with, and he was like an uncle to me. I knew
Jeff Kuros
knew him very well since I was 4 years old, and I actually helped him in OSA when I got older. And I helped a lot when I was around, in 1999, 2000, the whole picketing thing. Besides that, though, this man didn't care. He didn't care at all.
There we go. Didn't care. I wonder if Rinder knew about it. I'm sure his memory's wiped of this one as well, right? And what's his name? Rathburn. Everybody has complete amnesia.
What happened to Jennifer? I was shocked. I thought that Jeff would really, really care. I thought I would talk to Jeff and Jeff would say, call the police, let's put the guy in prison. Instead, he didn't really want the problem. Besides him not really giving a crap what happened, I'll get into the details of that later on in another video. He sends it off to another guy in Mountain View named Mark Mortlicker. And that man was the DSA down there.
Mark Wallaker, something like that?
Well, when it came down to the whole situation, he basically didn't care either. He made it very clear that Gabe was a good person and told Jennifer's father that he shouldn't go to jail, tried to convince...
Rape is great, everybody. Rape is great.
Convinced Jennifer's father not to call the police, scared the father and the mother, saying that the social services and the psychiatrist would take Jennifer away forever and, mess her up and stuff like that. Made it seem as if Jennifer was just a person that wanted to have sex with this man, try to minimize it and act like, it wasn't really a rape, it was, she wanted it,
There they go. It's always the same thing. It's consensual. I got a lot of thoughts that I can't share on YouTube. But it's unfortunate that these women don't have certain types of protections on them, because it might be the last time these motherfuckers do that.
Completely didn't give a crap about Jennifer. Turned it around and made it Jennifer's fault. They knew she was raped, and they tried to hide the whole thing, sweep it underneath the carpet. They didn't give a shit what happened to her. Another lady that tried to help out with this and was being a shithead was Darlene Bright from San Jose, worked the DSA down there.
Darlene Bright, another one who covered up. Which makes it, to me, even worse when women do this. It's always bad, but when women do it, it's just worse.
She didn't give a crap either. So, Scientology protected this man by having the DSAs say don't call the police, you don't need to call the cops, trying to minimize it, act like it was like a relationship, acting like she wanted to be with him, acting like it was okay to...
Always the same thing. Like, there's some kind of headline out there. I think it's a current lawsuit where the news media and all that, they title it, "Was Forced to Marry." You see how they try to make it lesser than what it really was? When she was probably getting SA'd every day?
be together and all this kind of weird crap. Had private investigators, a man named Eugene Ingram came to my family, Jennifer's family, and all around, any friends we used to have, anything like that, and would talk about us, slander our name, get Scientologists to write fake
Eugene Ingram, another dickless wonder.
testimonies about us, trying to knock our credibility down, and that kind of stuff. And so I, luckily, got Jennifer's father to put her in hiding with me and my family, and we hid her in the mountains because we have a family member that has a nice big home in the mountains, and we hid her from Scientology, hid her from Williams because he threatened to kill her and stuff like that. Scientology wanted to get a hold of Jennifer and make her sign a gag order right away, and all this kind of crap. Mike's Jennifer's father. He was hypnotized and all brainwashed still, and he completely was on Scientology's side with the good part of it, not the part that she was raped, but he was like, well, I still want to do Scientology. So he was kind of under their thumb at the time. So luckily, I got my family out, my entire family out, my sisters, my mother and father. I got Jennifer's father out finally.
You see this? All these other cowardice men that like to R women. This, my friends, is what a real man looks like. When he leaves Scientology, he takes his entire family. Man.
Jennifer's mother completely out, Jennifer's little sister and Jennifer completely out of Scientology. Then me and Jennifer, later on when she became a little older and stuff, when she was around 18, we went to the police and, put the guy in jail, Scientology, tried to defend him and all this kind of stuff. Instead of the guy going to prison for a long time, somehow he went to jail for 9 months, only it was a bunch of bullshit. We were really pissed about that.
Oh, isn't that something else? And still, while all this goes on, the police don't know a fucking thing about anything, do they? Does that remind you guys of someone? Well,
anyways, so me and Jennifer finally, later on, we actually became boyfriend and girlfriend. It was unexpected. Then we ended up getting married, luckily, which was really cool because I really love Jennifer and she's a cool person. Then we one day luckily had a child because Jennifer has been having a very hard time, which is a personal thing with her. But from the rape, she still has nightmares from being choked, being threatened, and she's still scared till this day. For us to have a child is kind of a shock because she doesn't really like to do a lot of sexual things because she's scared and it reminds her of this guy. Therapy helped her, psychology helped her, therapists and stuff really helped her. That's the only thing that helped Jennifer. So psychology does help, therapy does help, and it works better than Scientology, I can tell you that.
Yep, it wasn't Scientology, was it? Because all they seem to do is just throw people away, and it's just a complete... And it's not that I don't care. I do feel compassion for some of these Scientologists. So please understand that. But this sick environment is an environment thriving, like just made for all of these predators and these, what's the word I'm looking for? Predators and perpetrators, which probably draws a lot of them to it. All while they're making money off this. It's just so sick.
So that's a short story of what happened with me and Jennifer, and that is why I left Scientology, and that's why I'm against Scientology. Well, that's one of the biggest reasons, besides them ruining families, that they do constantly. And they get people not to take medication when some people do need medication, like Jeremy Perkins, who killed himself and killed his mother, not himself, I said that wrong, stabbed his mother 77 times on Ellen Hubbard's birthday. Just like another girl recently, 7 months ago, butchered her father and her sister and her trying to kill her mother with a knife because she was also hearing voices, just like Jeremy Perkins.
I hadn't heard about that one. And all swept under the rug. Nobody knows anything. How tragic. How tragic that those young people had schizophrenia and they needed help. And because everybody's brainwashed by Scientology, they didn't get help. And how many people wound up dead? And not only that, now if they're still living, which I think they are plagued with those memories, and they were out of their mind. I mean, it's an awful thing, but I also think that's another thing, another kind of victim of this environment, basically.
But they were not allowed to take medication because Scientology said, no, let's take vitamins instead. These people were schizophrenic and they needed medication. Some people need medication, and Scientology kills. Aaron Hubbard died with Vistro in his bloodstream with a psychiatric medication. Scientology will try to say, no, it was really for rashes, but Aaron Hubbard was a clear because he made clear, and if you're clear, you're not supposed to get rashes, you're not supposed to get illnesses, you're not supposed to get colds. Aaron Hubbard's a con man, Aaron Hubbard's gone, but the con goes on. That's what Anonymous says. It makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Anonymous. I had a good picket in San Francisco, and thank you for bringing us all together and having a huge picket all around the world. You guys are amazing. I really thank you guys.
San Francisco. I bet the cops don't know anything about all that stuff either, do they?
Anonymous, you guys are great. And be careful, Scientology, in my humble opinion, is going to they're going to fake that they have their own death threats. They're going to fake that you guys are trying to kill somebody. They're going to go on and try to get you guys in a lot of trouble. So be careful, because Scientology, if they do not have a crime against them, they'll make up their own crimes. They'll make it seem as if...
Yeah, LAPD. Did you hear that?
You guys are doing something to them when it's just them making the fake threats. Be careful. Be safe. I hope to talk to you guys soon. This is Tommy Gorman. I will see you guys later in the very, very soon, near future. See you soon.
Anyways, guys, pretty disturbing material, but it just needs to be said. I was just doing a little bit of glancing on the suppressiveperson.org. Really, really good stuff there. You do, as I said, you got to take everything with a grain of salt, because a lot of these people are still into Scientology, and I can't trust that at all. So I will put the link in the description box, and I need to take a little break from this at some point, just because there's some things I need to get done, and my mind needs a break. But I actually, when I was on suppressiveperson.org, I was really surprised as I kept clicking links. Like, there is a massive, when I say massive amount of information on YouTube, as well as other blogs and first-hand accounts, websites, I was really amazed. YouTube has extraordinary amount of channels, like the old ones, which I think are really, really good. Mark Bunker has some really good ones as well. So anyways, that's it, guys. I'll put the link in the description box. Peace.